60,000 with a 10K ante. The button here will be on Gus, so under the gun will be Tony. Looking down at pocket deuces.
And he raises to 130,000.
Gus folds on the button. To the small blind we go now to John. He folds. And Teddy in the big is going to make the call with 9-8 of clubs.
I think out of these four remaining players, it's safe to say that Ted is probably the least aggressive of them.
And look at this flop, Maria. 9-4 deuce. A set of deuces for Tony.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Ted, he's flopped top pair here, and it looks like he wants to take this opportunity to lead into Tony.
Now, how do you play this if you're Anthony? As Teddy bets here, $250,000. If you're Anthony, well, we're going to find out how he does right there. He immediately goes all in, and a snap call by Teddy.
I think it just depends on what Tony thought Ted had there. If Tony thought Ted had a strong holding, then I don't mind him putting him all in. But I also think that if you don't feel like Ted has a hand that he would call an all in with, then you might consider slow playing bottom set there.
Well, Maria, all the chips are now in the middle, and we will see what happens here on the turn and river.
Tony's looking in great shape to eliminate Ted on this hand. The turn is the 4 of clubs. So now Tony's actually improved to a full house. But if Ted hits a 9 or a 4 on the river, he'll actually have a bigger boat.
Now, neither player, they don't feel real comfortable here because it's poker, Maria, and you know anything can happen, of course, on the river. And we go to that river card now.
It's never over until it's over. I've seen worse beats come in. Oh, wow.
Oh, my gosh, the 9 of hearts.
And it does come in this time for Ted here. This is just a miracle river card.
Look at Teddy. His friends call him TT. Anthony doesn't know what to think.
That's a massive pot going Ted's way. Little bit of a bad beat doled out to Tony here.
Unbelievable. The 9 of hearts on the river. Look at Teddy.
10 in it. Pretty sure your opponents aren't going to give you that much credit for that big of a hand when you are opening four-handed as the chip leader.
200,000.
And Dan is going to make the expected raise to 200,000. Ron quickly folds. We're now over to Mark Jones.
I really would like to see Dan raise a little bit smaller now because he does have such a sizable chip lead and everybody else's stack is somewhat precarious. Everybody else has, 23 big blinds, 20 big blinds, 14 big blinds. So a 200K raise is a big portion of their stack. I would just like to see him min it or maybe just slightly more than a min raise. I think that that's going to accomplish a lot more for him, especially when he has such a huge hand like aces.
Mark makes the call from the small blind. Lily folds her big blind. So heads up between Mark and Dan. Dan's got the rockets. The flop is king, ace, 10 with a couple of hearts. Big action here. Dan has flopped top set, but Mark picks up a flush draw.
He also does have a gut shot straight draw to go with his flush draw, so no doubt he is going to put all the chips in, and Dan is quickly going to call. And Dan's going to see that he's actually not in as great of a shape as you would like to be when you do flop top set.
For Dan, he flops a set.
So Dan Heimiller looking to fade a heart or the gut shot draw to eliminate Mark. Here comes the turn.
The turn is the 9 of spades, a safe turn for Dan. Mark on the draw still.
Mark looking for any heart or a jack to suck out here. Dan hoping to see a brick and take us to three-handed poker. Here comes the river.
Oh, the river is the jack, and that was one of the outs that Mark needed to double up. You could see by his celebration, he didn't think it was going to come. But now Dan is going to have to double up Mark, and they're going to stay forehand.